All right, all right, all right. Great evening, great people. Come on in the room. Can y'all hear me loud and clearly? Let me know that you're out there. We welcome you in tonight. Tonight, you are definitely in for a treat. So come on in the room. Happy Monday. I pray everyone has had a fruitful Monday and launch to their week so far. We have a dynamic mother and duo. You know how I do with the mother and daughters, how we flow. So go ahead and get your pen, your paper, your notepads, all of that good stuff, because tonight we have definitely a beautiful story of a mother and daughter who have come together to inspire the world just through their own love for storytelling, and they're going to tell you so much more. So come on in the room, everybody. Welcome to Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. My name is Mone't Horton, and I am the visionary and host. And of course, we are joined with our super amazing co-host, Miss Tiara Parker. Say hey
Hey,
to.
hey, hey, everybody. Happy Monday.
Yes, 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 yes. Look, y'all, it is raining and storming where I am. I don't know about where you all are, those who are watching, but even though the rain is going on outside, that means some things are being shaken up, shifted, pivoted, moved around. Sometimes we need those things to happen in our lives, but on the inside, we are still focused and on target here. And as you know, we stay in the flow at Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. The flow is that we fearlessly level up, overcome, and anybody out there winning. I don't know about you, but I'm determined to win. I am determined to win every day, to show up. And today, we welcome you all in. Let us know, say hi. Let us know where you're chiming in from. If it's Baltimore, Maryland, if it's the islands, Africa, like y'all come on, just let us know where you coming on in from tonight. And definitely don't just take this in for yourself, but you want to share. We say that sharing is what is caring. And so you want to take a moment and share this out, because there's somebody else that may need to be inspired as we are in literally the second half of the year right now. There is somebody who may need to be inspired to take action in their lives. And so you don't want to just hog up that good old information, but you want to take some time tonight to also share um as we are getting into the flow here at Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. So without further ado, I want to take a moment and introduce our wonderful mother and daughter tag team tonight. I said tag team, but I want to introduce them tonight. And so we are blessed to have mother and daughter Shawna Brim and Ayana Davis. And tonight we are talking about the legacy in ink, a mother and daughter story. Ayana Davis is a devoted mom to a spirited 1-year-old daughter, a passionate educator, and a lifelong lover of stories. For the past 6 years, Ayana has worked as a teacher, an experience that has deepened her love for working with children and affirmed her belief in the power of storytelling. Growing up, she always had her nose in a book, but it wasn't until recently that she has rekindled that passion. What started as a spontaneous idea with her mom quickly turned into a meaningful journey. Wow. Together, they co author a heartwarming children's book series that blends imagination, life lessons, and a touch of family magic. Oh, that's so beautiful. Through both teaching and writing, Ayana is committed to inspiring and empowering young minds, whether it's in the classroom or on the pages of a book. Now, let's talk about mom. Shawna Brim is a proud wife of 23 years, a loving mother to three daughters, and a joyful mother to one. A lifelong storyteller at heart, Shawna spent almost a decade shaping young minds as an elementary school teacher before stepping away due to health challenges. Now, she channels her passion for children and education into writing. What began again as a spontaneous idea with her daughter has blossomed into a heartfelt children's book series rooted in love, imagination, and life lessons. For Shawna, this new chapter is a beautiful way to blend creativity with connection, one story at a time. Without further ado, let's take a moment and welcome Shawna and Ayana.
Hello.
Hi. Hello.
Hey, hey, how are you both doing today?
We're doing pretty good.
Good.
Good, 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 good. Well, as we shared before, that here at Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves, we love to just kind of flow. We all met not too long ago at a wonderful event for daughters and dads. And when we met, I said, wow, this would be awesome to you all had inspired me just in that short amount of time as you were vending and sharing your story. And I thought it would be great for you to come on and share what you're doing. You have that mother and daughter magic, it seems like. And so I shared your bios, but really just take a moment and individually share with the audience who you are and really what has gotten you on this track of now sharing your story.
You go first.
Okay, well, I'm Ayana, and like my bio said, I'm a mom to a very spirited 1-year-old girl. I'm also a wife. It just happened last November, so that's pretty new as well. But yes, I'm a teacher. I've been working in the classroom since I graduated high school. Like as soon as I graduated, I was working with children, and ideally I didn't plan on becoming a teacher, but it kind of just happened, and I'm glad it happened because I love working with kids. Um, Really, like I said, I love reading books when I was a kid. You know, Jeannie B. Jones and Goosebumps were some of my favorites. And I fell off for a long time. And then just recently, my mom started up a book club actually, and that's what got me back into reading. And so I was reading then, and my mom was like, "Hey, maybe we should write a children's book." And it just kind of turned into a children's book series, and it turned into the books, and we're still doing it, and it's fun to do. So
Oh, that is awesome. And
Amazing.
congratulations.
thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Mom, tell us some more about you.
So, like Ayana, I grew up with my nose in the book. I don't want to go outside. I had a book all the time. I go to the library, get 40 books at a time, and read them in 2 weeks. And my mom and dad would take me back. Um, Became a teacher, and that kind of was right up my alley. Reading books to little people. But in 2013, I wrote my first book, and it was fun. But my kids back then were too young to read my books. So we were coming back from breakfast one day, just about 4 months ago, and I said, "Hey, let's write a book," and we started writing books. And it's a great way for us to connect. I've been sick for a number of years, and so it's just great to spend the time together. So she's my next door neighbor. I can really see her house from mine.
Oh,
So, it's great when she doesn't do her chapter. I can knock on the wall and she can probably hear me. So it works out very well.
I
oh,
love that.
you all are really stuck like glue.
I love that.
I love that. That just made my heart leap. Look at that. Y'all right next to
hmm
that is, and look, I know the little one loves it as well.
She sure does.
Grandma, like, come on.
She always coming over for some snacks.
For some next, yeah.
Mhm.
So, so when we, so you are both educators, And mom, even though you have made a shift, look, I know it's still embedded. It's embedded in who you are and what you do. And so can you tell us what has inspired you to even share in the classroom and really give back to young people? What kind of sparked that interest in your career?
I think teaching is one of the most important jobs there is out there. You're shaping young people to be the people who are the leaders, who are your doctors, who are other teachers, who are your lawyers. So I think I honestly enjoyed, you have to really enjoy what you're doing. And I enjoy building up little people. And when they have that moment when they're confused about something and all of a sudden they get it, it's like that, oh, I don't know. That's something that I enjoy. But that's the main thing, really just shaping the future.
For me, I was not a teacher, not an education major. I was a HR, a management major, my bachelor's and my master's.
Wow.
And so teaching kind of happened. Baltimore City had opportunity for people with other majors to become teachers. And I said, hey, I can be off all summer with my own kids and, off a week of Christmas and a week of spring break. And I mean, those things are really important.
Yeah.
So that kind of pushed me to apply. And it just turned into something I loved. I worked for third grade mostly, and I love the kids. And working in Baltimore City, you saw some challenges that I think like my kids were sheltered from, that I was sheltered from. It was such a worthwhile experience. Those
Yeah.
kids they're tough. They go through some stuff and they're tough little people.
Yeah, yeah. And you see that, just how much your job is, how important your job is and how necessary it is because like you said, your children didn't experience that, but there was a need for you, in that space. And so I think that educators are definitely the most like one of the top jobs,
Yes.
positions,
Yes.
that
Absolutely.
and it's so needed because a lot of times, well, they are the ones who spend most of the time with your children if they're in
Yeah.
the public school system. And when you get someone who you can trust and really it's their passion and their heart space and their intents are in the right place, it means the world. Um, so that's important.
Very.
I think that, as you both have shared your kind of like your passion, how has that bridged the gap into now this storyline that you've birthed out? I like to say birthed out, or you've, um been able to share with the world. Has that kind of how has that kind of merged and into what we're seeing today?
So I think it was important for both of us to write a book about little brown skinned boys and girls
Yes.
being two sisters, but like we don't see them enough in our books. And like Ayana, I grew up reading The Babysitter's Club and Sweet Valley High, and they didn't look like us.
No.
So the fact that these kids can read a book and see someone that looks like them, I feel like it's very important.
Yes.
But at the same time, they are interacting with kids from other cultures. In book one is a little white girl. They're in Egypt in book two, and Ghana in book 4, 5. So to me, the world is not one-dimensional. We're going to interact with people of all different colors, all different races. And so we wanted to show that in our books and at the same time make it relatable to kids. The message that was easy for them to understand, but we felt like it was important to convey as well.
Beautiful. And that's so true. I think because of our neighborhoods, a lot of times, especially sheltered kids, who don't experience anything beyond their block, even.
Yes.
We can't even say Baltimore City because we're talking about some kids that are so sheltered that they don't experience anything outside of their block, their school, and that's it.
Right.
And because that can look so one-dimensional, they don't realize how 3 and 4 dimensional the world truly is. And so I think that's really important. And I think that your books are, I just think it's so important that our babies see that they matter, because to see yourself in print is different. Like it's exactly like you said, when we were growing up, we didn't see ourselves in print. We just had to, we just had to go with whatever was there.
Yes.
there were no little black boys and girls and goosebumps for real. Like maybe one character,
Here and
and
there,
then
right.
something, he did something or she did something silly first or something, but they were never the main character
Right.
of the story. And I think your books are showing our babies that you can be the main character of your story.
Definitely.
Oh, that's so good.
That's very, very, very true.
That's good. And so I love the fact that they're just not in the realm, like you were just saying, of Baltimore City, just right here, like the travel and exposure. Because let's talk about exposure. It's so important to let them know, because I remember when I had one of my mother's clients, because I grew up in a salon, and the clients would bring us in little gifts and just kind of shower us down with all kinds of things. So I had Babysitters Club, Goosebumps, everything you just named. I'm like, oh my goodness, that's the same ones I had. And I was reading. But but to know that, and then sometimes you're seeing yourself, you can go to that place without being in that place.
Mhm.
And so giving them that exposure without like you're taking them there. What's the cartoon that just came to my head? Like Dora the Explorer.
Mhm.
Came to
Mm-hmm.
my mind. I love Dora Explorer. Like she's going there, and I'm like, oh, I want to go. Oh, I want to go there. And so I think that is so important, that when we are reading a story, that we're able to really embrace it and see ourselves in it, and imagine, like you said,
Yeah.
imagination, and you bring that magic together and your creativity through your writing. So you just said that you had book 4 and 5. Did you already? So you actually are on what number book? Because you started naming.
So we released book 3 on July the 1st.
Okay.
So the plan was one book a month for 12 months. So
Okay.
we're going to stick to
Yes.
it. And so we have book 4 and 5 complete.
Mm-hmm.
And we started working on book 6 a couple days ago.
Congratulations. That's
Thank
amazing.
you.
That is absolutely amazing.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
With
Now,
Ayana off during the summertime, I'm trying to get work her as much as I can. Because
Right.
you know how difficult it is those days when school starts.
Ayana, like, yeah.
So, just
Mhm.
trying to knock out as many as we can between now and August when she goes back to work and her life is
yeah,
busy again.
And
So,
that's like next month, right?
yeah, right.
yeah.
And because time is flying.
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Now,
So go
I'm
ahead,
sorry.
lady.
I'm sorry. I have a question for you, ladies, because you both of you said that you have experienced major transitions within this last year. So, Ayana, you're a mom now. You are a wife now. Shawna, you have transitioned out of the school system, and you also said you went through a period of time where you were sick. So with these transitions that you both have experienced, how has that impacted your writing process and just this journey of book writing and collaboration?
I can tell you it definitely gets rough. And like my mom said, she can knock on the wall if I haven't written my chapter, because that little girl runs me. She makes me tired every day. So it's really just trying to push through and get my chapters done by my deadline. That, I mean, it does make it a little bit of a struggle, but I mean, it also motivates me too, because I want her to read these books when she gets a little bit older. So it's
Yeah.
to have those as well.
Unless she
So
read the first one up.
yeah. Yeah. So really, that's my motivation to write my book. So I want her to have something to look back on her when she gets older and be able to read her books that her mom and grandma wrote. So that's definitely something nice too that I think about. That motivates me to
Beautiful.
do my chapters when I want to go to sleep.
That's legacy.
Yeah,
Big legacy.
true.
So before mom jumps in there, what is because there are some individuals that are chiming in, whether it's going to be the replay or they're live now, and they may be wanting to write their story. And so I always find it interesting and helpful to know, what is your process? What is your process? I know that it is, let me get this done while I got a couple minutes, but like what is that? What does that really, look like? Do you have a concentrated space? Do you go walking and you like transcribe you talking into your voice recorder, then you go back home and transcribe it, doing it while you're exercising? Like what is it? Or maybe could be a combination.
So right now, just my main process is, so, I'm off during the summer, so she's going to daycare still. So when she goes to daycare, I sit at the kitchen table and I start writing. I usually like write down the outline first, and then it's easy for me to go over and start typing it. So that's been working for me so far. Or like even during the school year, like when she goes to sleep or she's down for a nap, that's when I start writing and I can get it done.
Nice. So the outline, yeah. Those
That definitely helps a lot.
Yeah, those keyword. I know for me, it's like when you write down the keywords, you get it out of your brain, get it down on
Hmm.
paper, the keywords. Then when you go back, it triggers. And it's
Hmm.
like, oh, there we go. There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you for sharing that.
Mhm.
Mom, so what's your process? Like what's or to the question, and then you can share about your process.
So for me, I've actually been out of the school system now for about 9 years. It started as a eye surgery that I thought would be, short term. I'd be back to work in 2 weeks. And one eye surgery turned into two, 2 weeks apart. So it's been almost 9 years that I haven't drove, that I haven't worked. And on top of that, I developed stomach issues that kept me in the hospital a lot. My husband would bring the girls to the hospital. We would have dinner together in my hospital room so we could eat together as a family. And then on top of that, it was kidney issues. So I did 3 years of dialysis. But my transplant is 4 years old. So for me, the motivation is this is just something I can do with my daughter, because 5 years ago, my doctor told me to get my affairs in order. I wasn't sure if I would be here, but I've seen her graduate from college. She got her first college ring. I planned the baby shower. I held the baby first besides her and her husband. So this
Mm.
is just one more thing that we can do together. One more way we spend time. We spend a lot of time together. We talk every day. But this is just one more thing that we connect through. And I've extended opportunities to my other two girls. They have not jumped on board yet, but they all have the same opportunity because I just anybody I can spend time with them is important to me. So
It's as if you're doing all the things they told you that you wouldn't be able to do.
yeah, my doctor said one day, she said, have you and Devon got your affairs in order? And
Mm.
I went home and I cried like a baby. I waited till the girls were they were always like 5 o'clock in the morning. I told my husband, so I didn't know, I didn't think I'd be here today, but
Woo!
a
Won't he
God.
do it,
So
Jesus? Mm-mm-mm.
Woo! Wow. So let's back it up a little bit. You said 5 years. I'm
um
putting up 10, but you said five. I put up 5 years
so
since you had gotten that.
so probably about 6 or so years.
Okay, that is a bless. Look at God,
Yes.
because there is more
Yes.
literally in your story. It wasn't over, and it's still not over.
Yeah, it's been definitely been a journey. My kids have been there through it all, my husband through it all. Um,
Yeah.
so any way we can connect, be it through a book club or writing a book together, I'll take it.
Oh no, that's great. I
Wow.
love it. I love it. That's beautiful.
So, um, before we get into my next question that you just sparked, what is your wow, listen, everyone who's watching out there, let me tell you something. Put some love in the chat, some emoji,
Mm-hmm.
because we are grateful that this mom and daughter gets to build legacy together.
Yes. Yes.
She got to hold her granddaughter, seeing things that she was told that she probably would not. And so
Yes.
that in itself, when the doctor or someone counts you out, listen, God is counting you in. And
Yes.
so don't allow anybody or anyone to stop you. That speaks to determination, that speaks to resilience. I know so many other things went into play because of course you got to do your part in the process. But your story is not over until it's over, and so keep going. And so wow, that's just encouragement right there. So Shawna, tell us, what is your process?
So on top of writing, I edit for other people. And
Okay.
sometimes she like my full-time job. Like, okay, my husband goes to work, the kids go to school. I'm gonna edit. So Before when I was writing, I did it in the evening or in the middle of the night. So I still kind of do the same thing. But whatever's the free time. My youngest daughter plays softball, so we're on the softball field 2 days a week.
Every day.
It seems like it's every day. So it's whenever there's a free moment in my office, in my bed, on the couch. There's no particular place, just whenever the inspiration hits.
Yeah.
Love it.
That's beautiful. Now, in the midst of challenge, let's speak to your the resilience, right? What pushes you to keep going?
My family. I said I had 3 girls. I can't leave my girls in the care of anybody else. No one's gonna love on them like I can.
That's Lord.
And there were so many times I wanted to give up, and I cried to my mom, and I cried to my husband, and my mom. And they both, you have got to be here for these girls, and I don't know where I'll be without them. But they drive me crazy, even the ones that don't live in my house. I don't know where I'll be without them.
You drive us crazy too.
Whatever.
They say, look, it's mutual, but we good. I love you. Listen, I think every mom and daughter.
We just love
Lady T, we know about this, right? My mother's out there watching as well. So it's like, listen, we know. It's like, all right, Mom, I'll talk to you tomorrow. You get away before we but I think it's so beautiful to be able to do it. It's something about that togetherness.
It is.
And being able to, we can easily do our stories apart, and you do your book and I'll do my book. But I think when we navigate the challenges, because every day is not peachy and sunshine and all that, like, hey mom, I got my chapter, like, no, it's not like that. It's like, here, or not right now,
not yet.
Right yet. But I think it's so important that we take this time out to do it together, and then sometimes the stories even from your childhood, so have you infused I know you have gleaned from different stories or different things that you want to share, but have you infused your personal experiences, any
I think a little bit
storylines?
So I grew up with older brothers, so it wasn't so much, but Ayana and my middle daughter are 3 years apart. And they spent a lot of time fighting, arguing. They shared a room at one point. That's kind of how our story starts out, with 2 little girls arguing, and mom sends them to their room. So she can probably
a little bit
see them more than I did.
Got you. So what's the age group? Is it a particular age group that you're targeting? Is it for everybody? Is it,
5 to 10?
5 to 10, 6 to 10.
Okay.
I know we've had as old as my 14-year-old. She reads it for us. She's our proofreader.
Okay.
She gets tired of it, but she always wants some money, so we make it work. So the oldest 14, 12-year-old niece has read it. My friend read it in her first grade class, kindergarten class, so it's making its rounds a little bit.
I love it. Yeah, I love it. So it sounds like y'all have turned this into also a family business, like y'all have a family enterprise.
Yes.
Definitely. We're working on the audio book. My cousin, he's a sound editor. And so I should be getting the last chapters in the next day or so, and he'll start putting that together.
Okay. Who's the sound editor again?
My cousin.
Okay. Yeah.
He was born in Baltimore, but he's currently in Arizona.
Okay.
So he does that for us. My little one, she'll make us, promo materials for Facebook and things like that. So keep as much stuff in the house as we can.
I love it. Lady T, are you getting inspired?
I love this. And I have to ask, since you guys have started writing together, what has that done for your relationship? Because I know already you said you spend a lot of time together, you guys live closely, but it's a different kind of thing when you're working together and collaborating on something with, the same goal, same focus. It's different.
What do you think?
I think it just adds on to our relationship. Yeah. It adds that part on I guess you said the business part, working together. I mean, like I said, we've been close, next door neighbors. Before we were next door neighbors, I was living down the street. So like we've always been close, but it just adds on a little bit more to it.
Is
Yeah.
there anything that you've learned about each other throughout this process that you didn't know before?
But she's not gonna let me not write my chapter. She's gonna be right there pushing me every single time.
Accountability, right?
Yep,
And she keeps me
absolutely.
motivated. I don't want to be the slacker, but I learned Ayana, she writes how she talks. Like I read her chapters, I'm like, wait a second, that's the same thing she would say, and she was talking to me. So yeah, she writes how she talks.
So mom is critiquing. We have a coach. I hear the coach
Yeah.
over there, the editor. Listen, you
Yeah,
like
the editor in her comes out a lot.
Whatever.
so let me ask you this, and because mom, you do that, um, do you allow her to just get the story out first, or for you as well, and then you go back and do the editing? Or if she shares something, you start editing it right away. You know what I'm saying?
So we have kind of like developed a little process.
Okay.
So like she writes chapter 1, I write chapter 2, or vice versa. So when she sends her chapter over, I'll read it. If there's anything obvious, I'll change it. But then once we're done all 6 chapters, we sit down together. It takes us about an hour or two, and we read it out loud because it's really hard to edit your own work.
Mhm.
So we read it out loud. We try to get the other people in our house to help us, but besides my youngest and her husband, the other ones are not on board yet.
Right.
But we read it out loud. My cousin, the sound editor, he reads it, and
Okay.
then we do one final read through before we publish.
Okay.
So it's kind of time consuming,
Mhm.
but it seems to be working pretty well.
Awesome. I mean, you have story like you in your 4th, 5th story.
Yeah.
And so that speaks volumes. And just holding yourself to that timeline is important as well, because you said, like you said, you all wanted to do a story within every couple of months.
Mhm. A
One,
story a
once,
month.
A
once per
story a
month.
month.
A story a month, right? Not every 30 days. We birthing. We
Not really time to slack off at
Right.
all.
Yeah. And so that's amazing, because I know my first book, I was able to get it done in 30 days. And so to be able to tell someone, because some people think that it can't be done, but this is living proof right here that it can be done, but you have to be disciplined in that time to do it. I was like you, Ayana. I had the outline, but what I needed to do, I had one of my good friends. She helped me accountable. She said, "Mo, you have everything right here. You have a book, but you have a skeleton. You have the outline, but you just need to put the meat to the bones in certain areas." And so I locked in and got it done after work, after certain hours, you had to get it done, and then it was done. So with you all, you're holding yourself to a similar, standard. And here you are every 30 days. Let's go. Let's get it done. And your stories are out there being released. Amazing. So all that to say, anybody, you don't have to wait a year. Let's get it done. um I'm always going to push. Let's go, let's get it done. It's no need to push out what you can do today. It's a saying that says, don't wait for tomorrow what you can do
Right.
today. um and so with that being said, what would you say to an aspiring author who is kind of navigating this process? Any words of kind of inspiration or motivation that could help them and stir them in the right direction?
So get started. Like you
I was going to
said,
say.
so I'm the put off until tomorrow person. I can't start a diet today. I gotta wait till next Monday. I need to start
And
first week be
procrastinating.
fresh. But getting started is the hardest part. And once you're started,
Mhm.
it's just so much easier to keep going.
Yeah. So getting started is important.
That's absolutely what I was going to say. Like, there's like basically what you were saying. Like, there's no better time to start but today. Like, there's no, oh, I'm going to start tomorrow. I'm going to start next week. No, start today, or you'll probably never get started.
Right.
Yeah. Because tomorrow will keep
Tomorrow.
tomorrow.
Mhm.
Mhm.
tomorrow, tomorrow. You'll be singing that
Exactly.
song. And it'll keep coming because it's always something
Mm-hmm.
that's going to come and distract us. But they say life is life in, right? But
Yeah.
we have to be disciplined, and discipline is not easy. But I think that once we get started in whatever that thing is and stepping into it, the plan unfolds. Especially if you have individuals that anything like me, I usually want to see the whole sketch. I want to see the whole plan out A to Z. But what I've learned from experience is that once I make a conscious decision and step into a situation, or hey, I'm going to write this book, or I'm going to start this business, or I'm going to launch this challenge, or whatever it is, it unfolds. So I don't, all that to say, you don't have to know everything right now.
Right.
Right.
I'm sure there's been characters or adventures in your books that you didn't have it all together when you sat down at your table.
Not
Yeah,
at
but we
all.
started book one. We had no idea what book two was going to take us. So,
Then it keeps getting good to you. It literally unfolds when you make a decision to put that pen to paper.
Yeah. What is
Yeah.
what is your biggest goal for your books? Like when you think about your books and writing your books, what is your biggest goal? What is your like
I have a couple. The audiobook is huge for me. I'll turn into an audiobook lover. So I can't wait to
me
see that book.
too.
And then we have a vague idea about a spinoff for Chloe and Nina, our two little characters.
Oh, I love that.
And I want to see them. I want to see them animated. I want to see them on YouTube, or I would love to see like an animated storybook. That would be awesome, I
That's
think.
amazing.
Oh, so we can't wait to see those.
I would love to see our books like in the library or like in
Yes.
schools.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I was picking up my Judy B. Jones books. That's how I want these books to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A staple in a child's in our baby's childhoods.
Hmm.
Yes.
That's awesome.
But yeah, that's beautiful. That's amazing. I love it. I
And
love it.
even like a doll, like a figure, but maybe be nice too, right?
Oh
That
yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They can have their own brand.
Mm-hmm.
Chloe and Nina book bag.
listen, we're building right now.
Right.
Backpacks, back to school gear. Listen.
T-shirts. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I keep saying
Yeah.
that we're gonna hit the lottery and buy a compound. We'll all live in the same block. We have to finance some kind of way. So
We gotta get money
Right.
somehow.
right.
Get the tiny houses, get a whole, build a whole neighborhood here.
Mm-hmm.
But I really I love what you all are doing. I love how you have come together. I love how you are, just literally impacting lives one story at a time. And I'm gonna like you might be just say that, hey, we're just getting started. Um, but this is the beginning of something even greater. And I'm just so excited for you both.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
So do you both self-publish? So this is all self-publishing, or are you working with the
We're self-published. Everything from buying the ISBNs to filing for copyrights and uploading the KDP. We're doing
Yes.
it all.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So you all, there are resources out there. Um, there is no more time to delay. You know, you have this mom and daughter who are coming together to build legacy against all odds, obstacles that may have come their way, and try to knock them down, however, but they are being resilient. And this is what life is. As much as we're not looking for challenges to come, I think sometimes those challenges come to keep us on our toes, to see whether or not we really, really want what we say we want.
Mm-hmm.
I have a saying that is, say what you want and want what you say. Sometimes we waste our breath and we waste our energies on things that, and our time, all of these things, right? On things that don't even matter.
Mm-hmm.
Life is too short, you
Yeah.
know? People are expiring literally, and it doesn't matter the age.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter the age.
Yeah.
So the reality is that if there is a burning desire, a burning passion, that's inside of you, that you have a responsibility to do something about it. You can't let it die. You can't let it fall to the ground. You have to maximize, and this maximizing the moment is staying with me, T. Lady T. We have to maximize every moment that we're given. It's literally a gift. And so, um, whether it's a mother and daughter team, holding each other accountable,
Mm-hmm.
making use of a couple of months in the summer, like sis, knocking on your door, knocking on that wall,
Mm-hmm.
knocking on that ceiling. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes we need that. Everyone might not have their mom, everyone might not have their daughter, but whoever you have, find that space, find that community. And if you need someone to hold you accountable, hey, we're here too. We've created this safe space for you to connect, for you to share, take down the mask. You know, these ladies have shared that they are moms, they are wives, sisters. We know as women we wear so many different hats. But a part of taking this time out for the legacy, I think, is also um being able to take a time out for ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Is your writing process, is it therapeutic? Does it help you? Is it a release for you as well? As much as you want to get that story out, do you ladies find it like a therapy, or part of your unwinding process?
So for me, yes, because just 6 months ago, I was so sick and I was hospital so much that it would have took us forever to finish a book.
Mm-hmm.
If I
Wow.
was sick, if I was well today, I'm sick tomorrow. I was in
Mm.
the hospital by Thursday. So just the fact that we're able to, write a book and get it done is an accomplishment that I'm proud of because, things look different from day to day for us.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I would say yes, because I feel like when we're in the process of writing books, you're constantly thinking about what is going to happen on this chapter, what is this character going to do, and so finally sitting down and be able to put it down and put it into words and type it out. I feel like that's pretty therapeutic for me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's good. What is giving you all this sense of urgency, or kind of setting that timeline? I know part of it is you again, Ayana, you're out of school, you have that free time, but is it anything else? Is like, let's get this out, or
Um,
let's get done.
I want to concentrate on other things besides Chloe and Nina as much as I love them. I
Mhm.
think we need to finish on their story first. There are, our first children's book babies. So,
Mhm.
and tomorrow's not promised to any of us. So,
Mhm.
you just have to, like you said, maximize the moment.
Yeah,
But, next month might be different. Tomorrow might be different. So,
yeah,
just taking every moment and going with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had to go back and kind of ask that because, every little bit counts. And just, unraveling that process as well. Um, wow. So can you all tell us, I know you are building and you have different places where you may be, and I want you to share where individuals can connect with you if they're interested, where they can find your books, where they can find you and connect with you virtually, or social media, LinkedIn, whatever your hashtags are, all of those, that good information. If you want to share an email, however, you can take some time right now and share how individuals can connect and also support.
So for me, the best way probably be through Facebook. And my name is Shawna Brim. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram, but I don't know the handles offhand, so we're gonna stick with Facebook. My email is just shawna.brim@gmail.com. Right now, our books are only available on Amazon, but the audiobook will be everywhere from Apple Books to Audible and everywhere in between. So that's coming real soon.
Awesome.
Same thing for me. I feel like the easiest way to contact me would be through my Facebook, and it's Ayana Davis. And then my email is abrim2001@gmail.com.
Awesome, awesome. So, you said that individuals can purchase your books on Amazon, but don't you all also have a way that they can get the paperback as well? Did you have them when we met?
So we're actually in the process of working on a website, but
Okay.
you inbox on Facebook, you can order them. We can
Okay.
do local pickups, we can ship books, things like that. So we'll make it work.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to say because you might have somebody who'll say, "Hey, I don't want to," because we know through Amazon, the
I don't
split.
want to say nothing, but I know what you mean.
Yeah. So we want to, directly support you. And so if you are out there and you want to, you love what you heard today and you want to support this wonderful mother and daughter team, we encourage you to take some time to connect with them, Facebook, IG. Even if you are unable to purchase the book and you say, "Hey, I want to support, I want to donate," um,
Mm-hmm.
you can do that because this is a worthwhile cause, and you're sowing seed into good ground. Um,
Yes.
and they're showing you that they are not letting each other fly, you know, they are holding each other accountable and getting the work done. And this is just wonderful. So go ahead over there and make sure to connect. Now, what are the titles? I don't know if you all share the titles
Oh,
of your book because if they go to Amazon, they're gonna need the
right.
title.
So this is the first book. I don't know if it'll show up with the background. This is okay. It's
I
kind of
saw it for
hard
a
to
second.
see.
Got you.
But the first one is called Same Heart, Different Color.
Okay.
And a little bit about this one, or they're going back in time to 1955, and they
South
are
Carolina.
South Carolina, and they're learning about segregation, which is something that they don't know about at all. And it's kind of just like, wow, to them to know to learn about it, and they're just kind of confused about the whole thing. And I don't want to give too much more away, but they learn about it and they help out a little girl from that time, or they help the kids come
Yeah, the
together.
kids come together.
hmm They help the kids come together, the black and white kids, and they're really just learning that segregation is not a good thing. It's not something that we want. We should all be able to get along no matter what the color of our skin is. So that's
Got
the main message in the book one. Same heart, different color.
mm,
Show it, but
got it. So what you may have to do is send us some screen or if you're on the you can go back to the YouTube and drop some in there.
okay.
Um the links because we
Yeah.
definitely want people to see how they can connect.
Now, are your books available as a set yet?
So we're actually talking about that. So that's something we want to work on very soon with book 4 coming out very soon. But yeah, so definitely coming soon. I
Oh,
remember having the baby the
Awesome.
box sets where it came in a little box and
hmm
it's like 4 books
Yes.
and 5 books.
I had to do that for Journey B. Jones.
I
It's like a
know.
set of
I
6.
purchased them.
Okay, yeah.
Yep. In the American Girl books. Oh yeah.
look, we already there. We already see it. We envisioned it. We didn't put the whole set together, branded the whole set. It's just so wonderful and it's just so inspiring.
Yeah.
So as we're, closing out tonight, what is you shared so many different nuggets, shared your stories, your inspirations. What would be any closing remarks or anything or takeaways, major takeaways you want our audience to know about your journeys, anything?
I would say that it's important for all of us to know that our voice matters, no matter who you are, no matter where you come from. I think every single person's voice matters, not just an author, but just everybody. And I think it's
Children too.
children too. Yes, absolutely. And that's something that we want our readers to know that their voice matters. And I think it's important for all of us to use our voice for good, Telling meaningful stories is a great way to use your voice and to put messages out there for everybody to hear. And I think that's my biggest point, to get out there that everybody should use their voice for good, and everybody's voice matters, and everybody has a purpose.
I love it.
It's never too late to get started. Some people think, that I'm too old. I've hit 40, I've hit 50, whatever. It's never too late to get started. You're never too young to get started. We have a 20-year age gap, and we're doing this together, learning as we go along. So just getting started is just what you have to do.
I love it.
I love it as well. So, Ayana, you just sparked another question. So you were saying how everyone's voices matter, no matter how young, how old. And you were saying that something about your so you said that, and what, and you said something about purpose. I think
Everyone has
everyone has a purpose.
Yes.
Mhm.
So my question for both of you is, has this process through all the ebbs and flows help you to find your purpose the more? Or kind of say, like, you know what I'm doing, this is really what have you had that reaffirming moment or aha moment to say, and help you kind of grasp hold, more to your identity and your purpose? Has this in any way helped to shape that?
I mean, I would definitely say so. It helps to really, like, it really shows like who I am, I guess I would say, because as an educator, this is another way for me to talk to the youth or tell stories and teaching, because every story has a message. Every story, I mean, it's a fun way for them to learn. So I definitely say that it does tie into who I am and definitely helps show what my purpose, I believe, is.
Yeah.
And aside from all the things I've been over the years, my most important role as a mom. And I feel like these books are definitely, I can see moms sitting there with their kids, reading them together. Talking about the message at the end, what you think about segregation, or have you ever experienced it? Just questions, conversations. And so all the books have a message I want to share with my girls. Just for them to grow up to be good people. So,
and it kind of opens up the storyline, because segregation, that's not an easy topic to just kind of say, hey, come on over and let's talk about it. But I think having these stories, it helps you to even what is it, kind of segue into them as you um have the conversations with your children, or whatever audience it may be, your niece, however. So that's beautiful. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it tonight. You heard it from this mother and daughter team. They've shared their passion. They shared so many nuggets with us about their journey, their resilience, even in some pivots and navigating through life, how they're still rising, and they're dedicated and committed, that's the word, to pen the stories that young ladies will be able to pick up for years to come, including your little one, Ayana.
Yes.
Will be able to, and hopefully will be having her own book club with her friends and things of that nature. Shawna, you mentioned earlier that you have a book club. I think Ayana mentioned, she kind of put it out there that you have a book club. You want to tell us about it, or?
So we meet once a month, usually Sundays at Applebee's. We started out reading mainly urban fiction, but we've had kind of evolved in the last few months. We've read some other genres, some other authors. And so it's very informal. We meet, we eat, we talk. We don't always stay on topic, but we get through it. A nice way to connect, outside of the house, outside of the men and the kids. So
right. So it's like a ladies' night out as well, kind of like a mixture.
Well,
now,
we like men too. We just haven't had any yet. So
okay. Got you. Lady T, I'm like, wait a minute. I remember that she wasn't going to get off of here tonight without telling us about. That's supposed to be one of the first things that you share. Y'all, this is what we're doing.
And the book club, it has a Facebook page. It's called Between the Covers.
Okay.
But we're always looking for new
Okay.
members. If anybody likes to read and wants to join.
You're local. We meet in White Marsh. So yeah, come on out.
See, you see, I had to squeeze that one out of her. I had to squeeze that.
I love it. I love
But
it.
like it seemed like it's a story behind the story with that one, but I love it. So here you go. You can meet the authors in person. If hey, you can meet them in person and pick up your book in the
We'll bring it
process.
with us. Yeah.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? You see how we making all those connecting, we connecting the pieces. This has been totally fun with you all tonight, and
Yes.
Yes, it is.
we hope that you've enjoyed your time with us.
We
We have.
definitely have.
It's definitely been a pleasure connecting. Lady T, listen, you have any questions or any?
I don't have any questions. I just want to say thank you for your story. I think sometimes we take our moments for granted, but you two are truly trying to maximize and make the most of your moments. And I think that's just a beautiful thing, and growing in your relationship along the way, and making a difference in little people's lives as you go. And so I just love that. And I'm just so excited to see what you guys are going to do and what's next. So just thank you for just, sharing your story and sharing your journey, because we know that it wasn't easy to get here, but in spite of everything, here you are.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. And so I want to just give it back to y'all and encourage you that yes, the more your voice matters,
Yes.
you are tired and you like, listen, not another chapter, not another moment, not another second, that your voice matters, your story matters, and it's impacting. Even before you see all of the fruit of the time and the energies that you are putting into it, that it's going to come in due season, in due time, when you are sowing these good seeds, positive seeds into fertile ground, the right ground, then you have no other choice but to get a return on your time and what you've sown. And so your harvest is coming. And again, thank you so much for saying yes and coming to share with us. Um, you'll even have this to go back to say, yep, yeah, we're moving. We're making those power moves, big, bold power moves. That's what we do here at Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. So everybody, show some love to this mother and daughter. Again, go and support. Not only with your words of encouragement in the chat, but it means something when we tangibly support as well. Ladies will definitely be connecting again. I know you'll continue to do wonderful things, and so we look forward to hearing about all of the wonderful things that are going on. You always have some friends and sisters over here at Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves.
Appreciate it.
Everybody,
Mhm.
yes, yes, yes. This has been another flow, not a show, of a Sister to Sister Talk Power Moves. We thank you all for joining in and tuning in with us tonight. Please stay tuned and join us next Monday. You know, we're going higher and higher and higher. We have another treat next week as we hear from you. Got to stay tuned and stay connected to get all of the deets, but you want to definitely be here. We have another male's perspective with a father who has committed to sharing his voice and sharing his story. And so you want to meet us here. Don't just meet us here, but beat us here at 7 p.m. on next Monday. Thank you all for being a part of this flow tonight.
Thank
Take
you for
care.
Thank
having
you for
us.
having us.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Y'all take care. And also don't forget to keep us posted on everything that's going on. Okay.
Definitely. Definitely.
All right. Take care. God bless.
Thank you, ladies.
You
Bye-bye.
too.